Hi, I'm Brian Neary, a commercial real estate broker with Newmark Grubb Knight Frank. With us today, we have Brian Kent of Laffey Busey Kent. We are currently handling the case of Father Andrew McCormick. Father McCormick was a priest at St. John Cantius in the Bridesburg section of Philadelphia. He sexually abused a 10-year-old boy who was an altar boy at the school, and we're representing that boy. There were two criminal trials that occurred in the past couple of years where both criminal juries winded up not being able to reach a verdict. They were hung juries. We are coming to the conclusion of that of the civil case, but I think the evidence that we have unearthed with regards to Father McCormick and his background, as well as the Archdiocese's knowledge of propensities that he had in terms of sexual urges towards kids, and their failure to do anything about it, is going to have a pretty big impact on his ability to ever be around kids again. That case should probably turn over this year, and we have our Sandusky case that we're handling as well. Our client was abused by Jerry Sandusky in 2007. There has not been a law firm or attorney to depose Jerry Sandusky, and we're doing so in 2 weeks at the prison in Somerset. And given the recent criminal convictions of Graham Spanier and the guilty pleas of Tim Curley and Gary Schultz, we're hoping that a Philadelphia jury can finally assess, Jerry Sandusky and Penn State and what they should have to be responsible for, because nobody's done that yet. And considering this is probably one of the last victims out there, we're hoping that somebody takes it seriously, because we don't think the school or Jerry Sandusky has done so yet. One of the things that we have as sort of a keystone of our firm is giving back to the community and to the folks that also help us. So we are a corporate sponsor of Philadelphia Children's Alliance, which is an organization that is responsible for interviewing kids, medical care for kids. It's a place where police, medical, and therapists and Office of Children and Youth can all get together when there's an allegation of abuse that occurs, to minimize the impact on the child, so that there's only one interview by all of these different agencies that happens. So that's one organization that we're heavily involved in. I just came last night from an organization benefit called Cuddle My Kids, which is a charity that goes into the homes of families that are dealing with cancer and have a parent that is undergoing treatment for cancer, and they go in and play with the kids and help the kids so that their lives are less impacted by what's going on. And my partner's wife is on the board and heavily involved in that, so we do a lot of work with them. We are in the process of establishing a charitable organization in our firm where we are sending at least one family to Disney World for a week who has a child that has been abused, so they can just not think or forget about what's happened to them and just be a kid. So that's in the process of being set up now, and we have a lot of visions for expanding that to include more families and more kids, to at least to give them a freedom for a week away from thinking about anything that may have happened to them, and just to act like a kid in that regard. So, I mean, and that's just a glimpse of some of the charitable organizations and community organizations that we're involved in.